Shillong city is known for its natural beauty and its unique view, but this is not the only special thing about this city. Apart from the natural beauty, Shillong is commonly referred to as Scotland of the East. Shillong is house to rich legacy and war history of our elite Indian Army. Witness to this is the Rhino Heritage Museum. This building was constructed in 1926 as a small arms store. During World War II, Japanese prisoners of war were kept here. At that time, this area was known as Dejan Lines. Subsequently, 1/8 GR used this building as a magazine to house their ammunition. After independence, this building was left unused until in 1993 to 1999. It was renovated as museum. Rhino Heritage Museum, as it is now known, as a prominent landmark showcasing the valiant history of 101 area, the first army formation to reach Dhaka during the 1971 Indo-Pak War. Prior to the raising of the headquarters, the logistics requirements of field formations was being looked after by Assam Independent Sub-Area. During 1966, when Mizoram was gripped by a state of insurgency, this formation was also assigned the task of conducting counter-insurgency operations. The formation continued to perform this role till 1969. Thereafter, 57 Mountain Division was raised and took over the responsibility of counter-insurgency operations in Mizoram. This was the same time when threats of war were looming in India's neighbor East Pakistan. By March 1971, anger and dissatisfaction had increased so much that West Pakistan and the Pakistani army imposed martial law, resulting that citizens of East Pakistan started being brutally punished and atrocities started taking place. It seemed as if the Pakistani army had left humanity at stake and launched Operation Searchlight to suppress the citizen of East Pakistan. To escape this, many citizens of East Pakistan started fleeing to India, which led to a flood of refugees in eastern North India. For the sake of humanity, the responsibility of rescuing these refugees now fell on India. For the first time, the Indian Army decided to train Mukti Bahini Sena. The Mukti Bahini Sena itself wanted to free from Pakistan, under which Operation Jackpot was launched by Indian Army. The leadership of this operation was handed over to Major General Gurbaksh Singh Gill, under whose leadership many brave fighters of 101 Communication Zone went to the border and played an important role in this operation. Mukti Bahini Sena were deployed at 11 different places in East Pakistan, and in Tura area of Meghalaya, FJ sector under the leadership of Brigadier Sant Singh took the responsibility of 11 important sectors of Mukti Bahini. East Pakistan was divided into 4 main areas: Southeastern region, Western region, Northwestern region and Northeastern region. On the other hand, Pakistani army was deployed in 4 defensive chains. Kamalpur was in the Pakistani sector in the south of Meghalaya. Next to it was Bakshiganj, and there were fort-like deployments in the cities of Jamalpur. The Pakistani army was instructed to blow up the Pungali bridge near Tangale so that the Indian army could be stopped from moving towards Dhaka. But the strategy of the Indian army was very special. This was going to be a multi-pronged attack for which Pakistan was not prepared. In this attack, 4 corps advanced from the east, 2 corps from the south and 33 corps from the northwest. The 101 Communication Zone was a primarily logistics force that was instructed to attack in the northern direction. Dhaka was about 200 kilometers away from 101 Communication Zone. Apart from this, during the war, 167 Brigade and Eco 1 sector were also included in it. Under the leadership of Brigadier Sant Singh, FJ Sector Halwaghat Mimen Singh moved forward on the axis. 95 Mountain Brigade under the command of Brigadier Hardev Singh Clare was instructed to march towards Bakshiganj Jamalpur axis. Inspired by the combat skills of 101 GOC Major General Gurbaksh Singh Gill and the courage of Brigadier Hardev Singh Clare, 101 Communication Zone attacked the enemy BOP of Kamalpur at 7 p.m. on 3rd December 1971 and took possession of Kamalpur. This was the first enemy post in East Pakistan to be captured by the Indian Army. Pakistani 93 Brigade was deployed in Bakshiganj. Moving forward with steely determination, 101 surrounded Bakshiganj at 8 a.m. on 4th December. The Pakistani company left the field and moved towards Jamalpur, and on 5th December 1971, around 4 a.m., the Indian Army conquered Bakshiganj. But in this attack, 101's brave GOC Major General Gurbaksh Singh Gill was seriously injured. His jeep was attacked by an anti-tank mine. After this, the command of Rhino warriors was handed over to Major General Gandharv Nagara, who were brought here from the 2nd Mountain Division. He was posted there as GOC. Now, the next target of 101 Communication Zone was Jamalpur. 101 Communication Zone crossed the Brahmaputra River in the blink of an eye with the help of some normal boats and surrounded Jamalpur on December 10. The Pakistani army surrendered. Meanwhile, Indian radio received a wireless message from Pakistan. Hello, any Indian station? Sir, this is Pakistani station. We want to surrender. After this, the Indian army entered Jamalpur. In this war, the Pakistani army suffered huge loss of life and property. All units participating in the Battle of Jamalpur were awarded in Jamalpur. Meanwhile, Mimen Singh was also captured in FJ's sector on December 11. Now, the race towards Dhaka had started. It was very important to capture the Pungali Bridge near Tangale. 11th December 1971 became a glorious day in war history, as on this day, paratroopers of 2nd Para under the leadership of Lieutenant Colonel K.S. Pannu had landed on Pungali Bridge. This operation was considered the largest air bomb operation after the Second World War. The way Bangladesh, which was about to become a new nation, welcomed the Indian paratroopers by shouting "Jai Bangla" was phenomenal. 101 had hit Dhaka at midnight on 14th December. On December 16, Major General Nagara, GOC 101 area, sent a message to General Niazi of Pakistan. My dear Abdullah, I'm here. The game is up. I suggest you give up. I will look after you. At 10:45 a.m. on 16th December, 101 Communication Zone crossed the Mirpur Bridge and became the first contingent of the Indian Army to successfully enter Dhaka. The excited crowd was embracing the Indian Army. Apart from this, the Indian Army was getting unprecedented success on other fronts as well, due to which the Pakistani Army was defeated. Commander of Eastern Command of Pakistan Army, Lieutenant General A.A.K. Niazi, signed the documents of surrender on 16th December and 93,000 Pakistani soldiers surrendered. A new country was born on the world map, whose name was Bangladesh. Never in the history of warfare has a logistics unit played such an important role in a battle. It is impossible to do such a big task in just 12 days. And for this unprecedented great work, 101 is known as First in Dhaka. This building stands in the memory of the brave warriors of the Indian Army. Tourists come from far and wide to see this heritage building, which is now Rhino Heritage Museum. In this museum, you will get a chance to know all those important developments due to which the Indian Army has become an example of pride. Here, you will see tanks, guns and war material used in the war. The story of sacrifice and courage of Indian soldiers is written in these pictures. All these documents kept here are a witness that the Indian Army is a highly professional, motivated and disciplined force with rich warrior ethos and moral values.